and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing sort of like my everyday fall makeup routine. I posted a video of my first impressions from like a foundation first impressions not that long ago, and when I was getting ready for work, and a lot of you said, oh, I like your eye makeup look, can you please do a video on it? And a lot of people were like, what eyeshadow did you use? So I thought, okay, well, I'll just do my everyday makeup routine. This is what I do every day when I get ready for work. It is very much fall inspired. I only use 3 eyeshadows from the Morphe 350 palette, and I just create this look, and it's quick. It takes me about 15 minutes. That might be too long for some of you, might be too detailed to spend 15 minutes doing your makeup, but that's just what I do. I do work in an office job, so I don't really go all out, but I do like to do my makeup, put some effort in, and it's, you know, when you've been doing something for so long that it's just like you're like a robot when you do it. It does have a shimmer in it, but you know, I do like to put a bit of shimmer in my life. So if you're not already, please subscribe to my channel, click that button down below, like this video if you like it. If you would like to see how I got to my fall everyday warm makeup tutorial, then please keep watching. So once I have blended my foundation in, I do go ahead and use concealer. I don't always use the same concealer. I really do mix it up all the time, but because this is sitting on my desk, I'm just going to go ahead and use MAC Pro Longwear Concealer in NC20. I do it just to cover my eyes, set my eye base. And then of course I set my eyes, normally using MAC Light Plus. I also use Maybelline Matte Maker. So just going ahead and grabbing my Morphe 350 palette. So first, as always, I go off and use this caramel brown shade, and today I'm using the Sigma Tapered Blending Brush E40. I used to use this all the time, and then I went off it, and now I'm back onto it, and just applying that just sort of above the crease. Just because this is such a nice light fluffy brush, you just sort of want to blend it so that it goes up towards the brow bone. Very easy. Don't put too much product on straight away, just build it up. And next I use my Morphe G13, this matte sort of brown shade, and put that sort of into my crease. As you can see, I just did it so messily. Just make sure you don't put too much product on straight away, because obviously you want to build it up, blend it out. And then of course backwards and forwards in windscreen wiper motions, mostly in my crease, and then blending it upwards as well. It doesn't really matter if it gets on the lid, as we're gonna cover that up in a second anyway. And then just blending out using my Sigma brush. Then next all I do is just grab this shimmery red shade, put my finger in it, and just put it on my lid, basically where there's no shadow, from the inner corner to the outer corner. Sort of tapping it on and bringing it up as well. Not even neat. Obviously you're going to clean up under your eye after, but this just goes on the lid and slightly up into the crease. Then I just grab this Sigma, what is this, the medium sweeper, and just sort of pat it so that it goes into the inner corner a bit more neater, and just cut and then just apply it just into the crease, just so it's a bit more even. And then I just go back in Morphe G13 and just blend it so that it doesn't have a stark line. And then that's it. You can use a matte color if you would prefer on your lid. You could just use that matte brown. Then just wipe away my excess. Now that I'm done that, I'm just going to go back in, apply my concealer underneath my eyes, on my nose as well. Grabbing my damp beauty blender, and then I'll just blend that in. Make sure you get into the inner corner of the eye and underneath. Thought I'd just zoom you guys out a little bit so it's easier to see. Then I'm just going to set under my eyes, and where I put the rest of my concealer, using this same Real Techniques brush and the MAC Light Plus. Then I'm just going to use MAC Medium Dark, this sort of big fluffy brush that I got from Vanity Planet, and as always patting that on so that I can set the powders. It's super important that you set your face if you're going to be going to work. You don't want to come home with a super oily face. Then as always I grab my Rimmel Natural Bronzer. Of course I mix it up every day, but this is pretty standard. I'm going to use the same brush and apply that on my cheeks, bringing it up into my temple. And then of course I'm patting it around my forehead. I've been doing this a lot lately since I got sunburnt and started peeling because I need to keep my face looking a bit more bronze. Then you don't have to do this step. I just generally do it just because I always have it sitting right next to me. But I'm going to use my Benefit Kickathon palette and I'm going to use Hoola bronzer. So I just grab my little contour just quickly. Do like a 2-second little contour, and I normally just go down my nose just to get rid of the excess product. I wouldn't exactly call that a contour, but it's just what I do. Then I normally grab Coralista. You guys know these are my favorites. I just feel like I'm preaching to the choir. Same brush as before because I don't really have time to go and grab different brushes, but just a little bit of blush on the cheeks. Then I just go back to the eye. You can do this if you don't want to look too smoky. I just go back in with the caramel brown shade, clearly my most used shadow on this whole palette. And I also use my Morphe B42. And I just bring that along my entire lower lash line. Then if I'm feeling extra crazy, I'll grab the matte brown shade and my Sigma short shader and I'll just pat that along the outside. I don't always do this either. I just thought for the purposes of this video. Then go ahead and of course Champagne Pop is my life. So I use the Morphe fan brush. Give it a quickly along there, up into the temple. Can't live my life without it. Then I obviously also use Champagne Pop and I just grab this small pointed brush, highlight my brow bone quickly. And then I also highlight the inner corner of my eye. For mascara, I generally use the Jordana Best Lash Extreme, but it's actually gone old and gluggy. So I'm just going to use the Maybelline Push Up Mascara. I have to be super careful with mascara because I have really bad allergies when I wake up in the morning, like especially in the morning. I'm doing my makeup, I will always sneeze and it's always after I've done my mascara. And it'll just be all underneath my eyes and I hate it. While I wait for my mascara to dry, I'll generally always do lips and I always pretty much use MAC Strip Down and mix it between different lipsticks, but today I'm going to use Yash. I always wear a nude lipstick. Love a good nude lip. Now once the mascara is dry, of course I set my face using MAC Fix Plus. I feel like it sets my powder, sets my face, makes me look nice and glowing for the whole day. And here you have it. This was the finished look of the day. I hope I didn't bore you guys. I hope it wasn't like, oh my god, this is just the shittest video ever. But this is exactly what I do every single day when I'm getting ready for work. As of recent, I've been very fall inspired by warm makeup looks. Obviously, as I mentioned, it is not for everyone. It really doesn't take me that long. If I allocate 15 minutes, I'm happy to do that in the morning. So I hope you guys like this video. Give it a big thumbs up if you liked it. Let me know in the comments below what you would like to see next. And hopefully I will see you all very, very soon. Bye guys.